Only 10 days left of the transfer window. Who's signing for Newcastle then? Yes, people, welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV. Another day goes by without strengthening the starting 11. 10 days left the window. I'm having to laugh. Not funny about it, to be fair. I'm terrified. But I will continue to remain patient and reserve judgment on the window until it shuts in 10 days' time. So on that, what's going on? What's going on? And the Guehi saga has been dragging on for weeks. And last night, David Ornstein dropped this absolute bombshell. Oni bomb. And Oni's the way forward, by the way. They're the ones now. David Ornstein, The Athletic, those are the main source of news now. They're even quicker than, Sky Sports News and stuff now. They are the new age. And them and Fabrizio Romano and that, especially Ornstein for the Premier League, gets it bang on. And he was reporting that last night. You would have seen it on your screen. Newcastle United in talks to sign Tapsoba from Bayer Leverkusen and have reached out to Chelsea regarding Axel Disasi. This has now been confirmed today, just about an hour ago to be fair, so quite a while later by Sky Sports and Keith Downey that this is true. Newcastle have indeed opened discussions with the German Bundesliga champions for Tapsoba. The Burkina Faso international centre-back, an absolute baller. I tell you what, this would be a statement signing. Forget your Marc Guehi for 70 million quid. Move on. And it looks like Newcastle are moving on in that sense by now officially negotiating with other clubs for other targets. Now, the Guehi deal isn't dead. It's not done. They haven't walked away from it. Sky Sports are saying this as well. The Guehi offer is still on the table. 65 million for Marc Guehi is still live. That is an option for Crystal Palace. It's there. We haven't walked away. We haven't took it away. We haven't ruled it out. It's still there. It's still a possibility. But now Newcastle are moving on in that sense of speaking to other clubs, probably letting Palace know as well. We are definitely leaking this information on purpose about Tapsoba and Disasi and speaking to a couple of other targets to maybe give Steve Parish and Palace a kick up the arse to let them know we're not hanging around. A decision has to be made. We've knew all along a decision has to be made this week, in the next few days. That was on Monday, for the future of Marc Guehi, for Newcastle's future transfer plans. And because now it's really happening with Guehi, everything's happening with his centre-back partner. Joachim Andersen is on his way to Fulham. They have agreed a 30 million fee with Palace for the Danish international. So everyone last night was saying, that's the Guehi deal done. They're not going to sell the two centre-backs. They're not going to sell the starting centre-backs. They would, like. If Newcastle went in right now this minute and said, here's your 70 million, I think they would. But that's taking the mick, isn't it? We all know that's way too much. Even 65's a lot. But Palace would still sell Guehi and Anderson. They are actually in talks to sign 2 or 3 centre-backs themselves, so they're not bothered. They would sell Guehi if the money was there. They're just being very, very greedy, because off the back of €1 and English tax, they've obviously racked the fee right up for Marc Guehi. It's absolutely berserk. But Newcastle are saying to Palace, listen, that offer's there. It's not withdrawn. But if you don't respond to that offer, if we can't get the ball rolling, you're going to miss out. Because we're talking to Tapsoba now, we're talking to Disasi. I'm going to focus first of all on Tapsoba. I thought this would be an unbelievable target for this window. I think it would be an amazing sign. I thought it'd be out of touch, is what I'm saying. I thought it'd be out of reach. I thought we wouldn't be able to get him. So if we've opened up discussions and there is a chance of getting him, this would be huge. I'm even closer to wanting him than Marc Guehi, especially considering the fee will be less. Now, there was no fee mentioned of how much it would cost to get Tapsoba. It would be a lot. I'd imagine 40, 50 million. But it's a lot better than 65, 70 million that Palace want from Marc Guehi. And then it does obviously open up 20, 30 million to be spent towards a forward, the right winger. In my eyes, we love him Buemo. Keza for 20 million. The list goes on. We could be here all day. But you know what I mean? It does give you that option. But if you put all your eggs in one basket and Marc Guehi for 70 million quid, unless you do get a Madueke on loan or somebody on loan with an option to buy next year, like we did for Lewis Hall last summer, then it's not going to happen. And it's going to be one signing through Guehi unless we've managed to get rid of Almiron and Trippier and that in the last 10 days. So yeah, I'm in favour of this. I think Tapsoba would be a sensational signing, a real coup for Newcastle, to be honest with you. One of the best defenders in Europe. Amazing season with every other Bayer Leverkusen player last year, going invincible. Just losing out on the Europa League final, but unbeaten in the Bundesliga. Xabi Alonso got them playing great stuff. But the lure of the Premier League will be enough to get Tapsoba. I think he would join us. I think he will, with the hope that we'd obviously get back into the Champions League or Europa League next season. I think he would think, you know, it is like, gone England, play in the Premier League, test myself against the best. He'd get more wages and he'd go for it. Because Bayer Leverkusen, now they've lost one or two already, the players, they're going to lose some more. They're going to kind of deplete, and Bayern Munich are obviously going to come back a lot stronger. Well, we'll try. Vincent Kompany, mad that he's their manager, but, you know, Kane and the rest of them, they're still a giant of a team. So it's going to be hard for Leverkusen to replicate that again. Xabi Alonso, matter of time before he gets to a new move somewhere. You know, he's linked with Real Madrid, he was linked with Liverpool, he actually turned them down. So eventually that side will fall away and Bayern Munich will come back because of that. And players will want a new adventure. So if we could get Tapsoba, that would be unreal. I think he's a brilliant player. He suits us to the bone. He's hard working. He's physical. He's very comfortable on the ball. He can play on the left, can play on the right. So that would be nailed on. I would love to see him. Really, really would. Be amazing. Oh, honestly, Tapsoba and Botman. Unbelievable. But anyways, the other name that has been linked, Disasi from Chelsea, I'm not so sure. I'm not a huge fan of Disasi of what we have seen in the Premier League. That being said, Newcastle have scouted Disasi for quite some time. We were interested in him around the Botman deal and again last summer before he did sign for Chelsea. He has been on our list and then that has been ever present now that Mitchell has joined from Monaco, who he knew at the French club there. So Disasi was there when Mitchell was there at Monaco, so they know each other very well. So he highly rates him. Everyone was highly rating him before he went to Chelsea. And to be honest, nobody's done well at Chelsea, have they, in the past year or two. So when he's came in, can you judge him that harshly? Probably not. Although he hasn't looked fantastically suited to the Premier League. Again, that may just be because Chelsea's a mess in itself. I would give him a chance. I think it'd be a good signing. Probably improves us. But it's not quite a Tapsoba or a Guehi or even a Tomori for me. Those would be higher on the list. But with Disasi, there was definitely a player there, French international, just hasn't worked out from a Chelsea. And the worry is that he has missed all of pre-season after getting a hernia operation. So that's a concern for me. Like, it's not like he can just come straight in for Bournemouth on Sunday if we got the deal done quickly, because he hasn't played any pre-season. But Chelsea are obviously willing to listen to offers for anybody because they've got that many bloody players and they're still signing them as we speak. João Felix just came out before. Raheem Sterling wants a move, open to a move. Their new manager, Maresca, the Chelsea head coach, just said he doesn't want Sterling. He's not his type of winger and he is for sale. So crazy stuff going on at Stamford Bridge. It's a mad old club right now. But, you know, the listening to offers. Listen to Tosin Orobayo, who went there. Yeah, Tosin, how's that one worked out for you? Your money-grabbing sausage. Went there for the money over Newcastle and he can't even get in the Europa Conference League squad to play Servette. Can't even get a game against a bunch of napkins. Yeah? Cutlery FC. Can't even get on the plane for a Conference League game. So shame on Tosin. But enjoy your bank balance, son. But no ambition there. No motivation. Very, very poor. But that opens the door for Newcastle to get one of Chelsea's other 10 centre-backs that they've got, and that being Disasi. So, again, like I say, I'll sum it up. Disasi will be good, but not great. I'm unsure on that one. I'm not totally sold on him. But Tapsoba, on the other hand, is a different kettle of fish. That would be a real quality signing. And then, as I said earlier, that extra money would have left from not pursuing Guehi would be available to strengthen the right wing. So that would be lovely. And we'll see how it progresses, people. 10 days left of the window. There might even be another video tonight. That's how quick these things can evolve and change. But as it stands, Newcastle are in talks with Bayer Leverkusen for the centre-back Tapsoba and in discussions with Chelsea over centre-back Disasi. And the original offer for Marc Guehi of 65 million, the latest offer, should I say, still on the table. So that hasn't been finished. You know, we haven't walked away from it yet. So who knows what's going to happen in the next 10 days. Hopefully the next couple of days would be nice, because Shaw's been sent off. He's missing 3 games. Be good to get a centre-back in for Bournemouth on Sunday, but as Wednesday afternoon draws to a close, it's going to be tough. But we'll wait and see. Subscribe to the channel. Drop your thoughts below. Out of the centre-backs mentioned in this video, who are you signing? Give this one a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.